Welcome back to the third installment of Mel Explains. This time, we asked the youth and teens of Manitoulin Island what their questions were about COVID or maybe the vaccine. And I gotta say, you guys had some pretty interesting questions. Are the vaccines only available for adults? I'm 10. Aww. I'm sorry, bud. Right now, it's not approved for children under 12. Essentially, there's these really big important guys, and they won't let anything slide until it's been tested on kids under 12. But there's some good news. Testing is already underway. You could be getting it as early as September or October, depending on how the results come out. Great question, though. Okay, but does he even really need the vaccine? I mean, I heard it's not even that bad when kids get it. Well, as of June 18th, 2021, Canada has seen 13 children die of COVID, 165 have been in the ICU, and over 1,000 have been hospitalized. Okay, but you're not answering my question. Over 269,000 children have been confirmed to have COVID in Canada alone. But you're right, kids don't usually get COVID symptoms when they get the virus. And if they do, it's usually really minor, they get a runny nose or something. That's what I thought. Pay attention. Just because some kids don't get sick with COVID doesn't mean other kids can't get really sick with COVID. Some kids with COVID go on to develop something called multi-system inflammatory syndrome in children. It's where different parts of the body, like the heart, the brain, the kidneys, get really inflamed and really sick. And adults can actually get this too. We call that one Miss A. Ugh. Yeah, nobody's really immune to this. We're all involved. Okay, so kids still have a lot of COVID, but can they still spread it to people? Okay, have you ever spent 5 minutes with a toddler? Personal hygiene? Not in their vocab. So yes. Yes. Okay, but I saw this thing on TikTok. I actually had to Google this. I had no idea what this was. There's these videos going around online of people holding metal objects up to their arm after they've been vaccinated, and apparently it sticks. And I'm like, what do they think this means? The answer is, it's a microchip. There's a big theory going around right now that microchips are inside the vaccine and they're putting it inside our arms. So obviously, I had to check this out for myself. I found myself a quarter. Quarter is a super popular thing people are using to stick on their arms. Let's see if it works. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, I gotta let you guys in on a little secret. That last one, I faked. Essentially, when you add a little bit of moisture to your skin, which, by the way, the skin already produces moisture, things stick a lot easier. And that's one of the reasons why people are experiencing this phenomenon of things sticking, especially metal-ish things, sticking onto their skin. It's not new. It's science. So if you're in a moist environment, or it's a really hot day outside, or your apartment's really warm and you're kind of perspiring a little bit, things will stick to you. Plus, could you imagine if this little microchip idea was actually that magnetic? Think of all the people that have to go for an MRI. MRI literally means magnetic resonance imaging. It's this giant magnet that you're shoved inside so people can take really good pictures of all your insides. Could you imagine if there was a magnetic microchip inside your arm? Hey Melanie, we're gonna get you to stay really, really still for the MRI. Oh, okay. Do you have any metals on you or possibly in you that we should know about? I don't think so. Okay, here we go. Could you imagine what would happen? Half your arm would just rip out as this microchip flies to the magnet of the MRI. And that we would find out pretty fast if there was some magnetic microchip inside our arm. That's all I'm saying. I heard these vaccines weren't even really tested. The vaccines have been studied way more than what your unfriendly neighborhood Spider-Man wants you to believe. The New England Journal of Medicine alone has 9 pages of over 160 research articles specific to the COVID vaccine effectiveness. They are breaking out like wildfires. I mean, I filmed this video on Thursday the 24th, and its last publication was 1 week ago to this day. Oh yeah, they're on it. Well, I'm 15. What kind of research did they do for me? They've actually already done your age group. What? I know, right? Does it like work on other variants too? Actually, it seems to be working pretty well on most of them so far. If you've seen my last video, you'll know that the immune system recognizes COVID if it's been vaccinated.
I'm back.
But some variants are better equipped than others. Oh dear God, he's got swords this time. And different variants have different attack modes. I'll get you this time! Is that nunchucks? So it's best to stay on top of it, because staying on top of it will stop new mutations. Come on! Okay, but like the vaccines, some of them do blood clots, right? Yes, we'll talk about the AstraZeneca vaccine. Statistics are showing that about 5 people out of 1 million are reporting some kind of blood clot issue. And the emphasis on that is reported, not confirmed. At least not confirmed to have to do with the vaccine. Because it's possible to get a blood clot any other time in your life. But you know what else does blood clots? What? COVID. If people with COVID do have clots, they most likely are going to get it in the legs or in the lungs. Nevertheless, people who do get vaccinated should be on the lookout for the following symptoms. Severe persistent headaches, blurred vision, shortness of breath, chest pain, leg swelling, and unusual skin bruising. These clotting signs usually come up about 20 days after the second dose. Now you know what to look for. Okay, but like what's gonna happen like 20 years from now? Do you even know? Technically nothing. I mean, we might need some booster shots. Oh, like the side effects. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, no, nothing. As a matter of fact, I don't think I can think of a single vaccine that's given anyone side effects after like 20 years. There's just no reason this would be any different, even if it's mRNA. Or maybe I'm wrong. 20 years from now, we'll all be zombies. Just kidding. But nobody can predict the future. No. Seriously. If your body can get rid of poutine, hamburgers, and all the mystery ingredient in hot dogs, it can handle 1 milliliter of a vaccine. Okay, but like the side effects of the vaccine can kill you. Not unless you go into anaphylactic shock, which we can treat, or you get one of those really rare blood disorders, which if caught in time, we can also treat. You are more likely to get struck by lightning. I actually did the math. Okay, even if there isn't a microchip, we don't really know what's inside those vaccines. Yeah, we do. Fats, salt, sugar, water, mRNA, viral vector if we need it, if you're doing the AstraZeneca route. That's it. There is no miracle ingredients in here. All the things that you're seeing, those are all just scientific terms to be in those categories. That's it. In fact, I can tell you that there is no egg, gelatin, gluten, antibiotics, latex, aluminum, or any preservative of any kind. And that's why they're transported so carefully, some of them in like freezer-esque conditions, because there's no preservatives. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in again. I really enjoyed the questions I had today. I had a really good time. Don't be afraid to send me more of your questions, and perhaps they'll show up in the next video. Take care. Stay safe.